You have no belief systems, you have no thoughts, you're just very pure. And at that point, you're very powerful. But because of social conditioning, your environment, your parents, your culture, your religion, you begin to create your belief over time. That's what you're saying in a nutshell. Your belief becomes your thoughts becomes your words becomes your actions becomes your habits becomes your values, and your values become your
Destiny.
because you have strong values, it now champions you towards seeing with clarity what your purpose is, seeing with clarity where you should be going, and definitely there's a saying that we are in charge of our destiny. By having the right values, we can get to our destiny. That's the way I understand it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Reinventing Self Conversations with my mentor. Mag is my mentor, and today we're going to be exploring the belief system and what belief is. But before we begin, I just want to remind everyone to continue to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We're growing the channel. It's a slow process, but we're very passionate about doing this project. If you're in the Melbourne region in Australia, we have a fortnightly mentoring in-person session. If you want more information about that, reach out to us. I'll put the information in the description below in the YouTube channel. All right. Hello, Max. How you going?
Hello. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. So today we're going to be looking at the belief system. But before we kick it off, I'd like to get a sense of what you or how you think about the word belief, what it means. Then we'll just have a conversation about my learnings over the years around the topic. And basically, every thought, word, or ingrained thinking, maybe from conditioned behavior that has become part of you, it automatically becomes part of you in a way that your actions, your words, even your values are around the belief. It could be the reason why you're not moving forward, or could also be the reason why you're moving backwards. As an example, a limiting belief would be using words like, I can't do something, instead of saying, I would try or I can. One of the objectives of the belief is moving from limiting belief to a more empowering belief so that you can champion yourself to be more successful. That's my quick recap of what I think a belief
That's
is.
very good. Belief is from the experience you experience from very young age. You experience in life. So when you're growing up, when you're just born and growing up, now your belief system is totally different to your parents' belief. So it's coming from the experience that what is being taught into your brain. So, say from your parents' side, from your school, grandparents, culture, tradition, it's how the system works. It's become a system to you. But your old belief system is coming from how you grew up
So,
and from your tradition, from your grandparents, from your people you look up to, from the teachers. That's your belief system conditioned into your thoughts.
yes, I understand that. I just want to give some people some more context. I remember, I think it was last year when we talked about, I can't remember the specific topic, but we're looking at when you were born, you're born pure.
Yes.
You have no belief systems, you have no thoughts, you're just very pure. And at that point, you're very powerful. But because of social conditioning, your environment, your parents, your culture, your religion, you begin to create your belief over time. That's what you're saying in a nutshell.
From the 0 to about 7, you're powerful with the divine. Your mind is still part of the divine. Now,
Mm.
from 7 onwards, you've been conditioned into the human beliefs, which is your parents, what they believe in, which is your culture, what they believe in, which is your teacher, what they believe in, which whoever you look up to, whoever's older than you that you look up to, you become their belief system.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
It does.
So what you believe from very young age to 7 years old is no longer there. It's been taken away from the condition of your parents' belief system. Now, on this stage, I don't know, you could be an adult now. You have to recondition yourself to believe what you believe is right to you.
Brings us to the most important part of it is how do people move from limiting beliefs to more empowering beliefs. So there are 6 things we're going to talk about in rewiring your belief system. This is to help you create awareness of how you create your belief system and maybe give you some tips on how you can move forward. So now the first part of the belief system is your beliefs become your thoughts.
Now, what's that mean to you when I say that?
Perfect. When we are conditioned from our family over time, what we hear said in the house, what we hear in terms of behaviors, what we hear in terms of culture and religion and the way of doing things influences our thoughts.
Yes.
So at that point, it becomes our thoughts.
Yes.
The second one is that our thoughts becomes our
What?
word. Usually what is in your thought is what you say. And sometimes it's automatic. It's automatic in a way that you're not even thinking critically about the words, but because of your thoughts, you're thinking about the words.
That's right.
So if you have, let's use an example in this case. If you come from a family that tells you that money is evil, immediately receive 50 million, $50,000. Oh my God, this is evil. This must be evil money.
Mhm.
And automatically say that because that's what you're thinking. Does that give you the context or do you want to add something to
No,
that?
that's good because that's a negative thought comes through. The
Yes.
first negative thought is become your words. See? But if you're a positive person, if you're an enlightened person, if you're an awakened person, now that's another story altogether. Now, if you're a positive person, the first thing comes to your mind would be a positive, yes?
Yes.
So you use that word as a positive. So for money, if say for example is an evil, so no, money is not an evil. Money is like rain. It's coming from an idea.
So the next one is your words become your action because the reason why this is very important is every word carries power.
Mm-hmm.
So if if you use a negative or positive word, it gives it power for you to take the action or not take the action. So as an example, let's continue on our train of money is evil. If you think money is evil, you automatically say money is evil, then that stops you from not taking any action to get the money. Now, if you do a reverse and you say, oh, money is energy and it can help me create something, that actually gives you the right words because you said the right words. It gives you the action. How can I multiply the money? How can I make it bigger? How can I give back to the society? And how can I make the world a better place? Did I get that right?
Perfect.
Okay.
This one is your action becomes your habit.
Your actions become your habit. Oftentimes they say if you do an action for 21 days, it becomes a habit. That's what the scientific people, researchers say. And the reason why they say that's because you train your mind to start taking action because your words become action. And once you start taking the action, it automatically becomes, oh, I have to get up in the morning to go
Or give
exercise.
me an example.
Yeah. I'll give you an example. Over the years, I'm going to share this vulnerably. I've always hated exercising. And I think somewhere in my subconscious, I attached pain to exercise. So I hated exercise.
Why?
But
Let me go through that a little bit with that.
go.
Now, the reason he's saying hate exercise, every time he turn up training, he just want to lie down. Anything he finds a little bit hard, he just want to lie down.
This years ago.
He doesn't
So,
lie down anymore. It's going to be part of him. But the
yes.
very first week of training, he just want to lie down because his cardiovascular was so low, so he just want to lie down. But now it's
Yes.
much better. Go ahead.
So because I changed and over the years, Margarita has been training me, has been giving me exercises to do, which I still do every day. It's become, I first of all changed the narrative. Let's go down the track. Your thoughts. My thoughts, I had to change my thoughts to say that this exercise is good for my physical and mental and it'll help me action more.
And spiritual.
My spiritual. So I changed that thought. So over the course of, I'll say 6, 7 years now, my brain just tells me I gotta do exercise. So it's become very automatic. So it's become a habit. If I don't train, I know that, okay, I'm going to struggle today, but I have to push myself. So that brings us to that statement that your action becomes your habits. So now from action becoming habits, your habits become your
Mhm.
values. Values are things that we hold dear to us that help rewire us to be a certain way. So if we go back to the example of exercising, now I know that it's become a value. One of my top value is well-being. So my well-being starts with physical well-being. Then I'm getting better at my mental, which is more rewiring my brain to flip the narrative that's coming through my head, especially when I'm being negative or I'm around a negative environment. So my value right now is around well-being, me first, then every other person second. Is there something else you want to add to that?
No, that's fine. That's you learned really well. And finally your value becomes your destiny, which is what?
Because you have strong values, it now champions you towards seeing with clarity what your purpose is, seeing with clarity where you should be going. And definitely, there's a saying that we are in charge of our destiny. By having the right values, we can get to our destiny. That's the way I understand it.
Yes. What exactly destiny means to you?
What you're supposed to be doing here on this earth.
Okay. So what are you supposed to do in this earth?
I feel my destiny is to share and empower people. I also feel that I'm a very essential piece to heal the world and make it a better place. So I'm doing the small things I can, whether it's in my thoughts, in my words. I know this year has been a little bit of a struggle, and you and I had a conversation about it because there's a lot going on. I'm like, oh my God, I feel so many things. But now I think one of the best advice you gave me is see it happening, but don't let it control. Just keep doing what you can and things will work out just the way you
You- My advice to you is to surrender.
surrender. Yeah.
Yes. Surrender to what it is for you, especially this year.
Mm.
Now, that's another category altogether, well, another subject altogether. But our destiny in this planet Earth is to create. For us to
Mm.
create and to change this beautiful Earth into
Keep-
something heavenly. Even when you're gone, and even if I'm gone, we are here to create. Now, not only you and I create, the whole world is to create. Now, to be created, given back to the planet Earth or to our human race. That's we're here to create. The more we create, the better we are to
Mm.
ourselves and to other human beings. So
Mm.
your creativity, my creativity comes together as one. So if we come together as one, we become oneness of the whole earth. Now, not only you're creating, not only my creating, other people's already creating. So we need to create more. A lot of people, they're just sitting stagnate and not doing anything. That's what I mean. That's what I
So
mean by we are here to create. Our destiny is to create. And the more we create, the more powerful we are.
for anyone who's watching this, there's something Maggie empowered all her students to do after learning about the belief system. If you don't have a whiteboard in your house, or if you don't have you have a calendar or something that you can see every day, I need you to write the following. At the top, just write the belief system. Your belief becomes your thoughts. Your thoughts becomes your words becomes your action. Your actions becomes your habits becomes your values, and your values become your
Destiny.
the reason why I'm saying write it's because I have it on my whiteboard, and it's the first thing I see when I sit in my office to work. I ask myself, okay, I know a lot of things are going on, but what can I do as a person? I automatically change my thoughts, automatically say, okay, today I'm going to be positive no matter how many negative people are around me. It's very hard, I'll be very honest, but you need to consciously choose to be a source of light in every environment. The world is going through a lot right now. It's a very challenging time,
Yep.
but you can be a source of light joining with other sources of light to be a light, even in the darkness. Light has a lot of power. And what I think or what I feel and this year is going to teach us is how we can come together as one, how we can start to rethink things so that we can empower ourselves to be better, and how we can start thinking more critically about making the earth a better place for us to live. So, before we cap it, Maggie, what are your three things people can do consciously in 2025? I'm aware that there's a lot going on. There's the plane crashes, there's the natural disasters, floods, and there's tsunamis around the world. And we're still in February. What are your three things anyone who's watching this can do every day just to stay calm and be a source of light?
Start liking yourself. Start self-love, number one. Now, self-love doesn't mean that you start buying things for yourself. Start doing a small step. If you hate exercise, get up, go for a walk. Okay. You start eating healthy for yourself. Looking after yourself is number one. Now, if you don't look after yourself, then you can't create anything for this planet Earth, can you?
Yeah.
No, you can't. So start loving yourself, number one. Number two, go for walks. It doesn't matter when 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 20 minutes, go for walks, come back, have yourself breakfast and give yourself a good food. When I say good food, it doesn't mean go to McDonald's, get hamburgers. That's not a good food. Have a
Yeah.
healthy breakfast. Now, a healthy breakfast for you may be different. If it is different, they slowly change step by step, small things at a time. Then you're on your way. Otherwise, self love is most important. Anything you want to add?
I would say just getting up in the morning instead of jumping out of bed and grabbing your phone, sit with yourself, even if it's for 10 minutes. I know meditation can be challenging. I would say I'm not an expert in meditation, but I consciously just sit for 10 minutes. What are 5 things I'm grateful for? Yeah, but I'm talking about my personal gratitude. Sit for 10 minutes, then write down 5 things you're grateful for. It could be something as simple as my legs are not aching me today. Or I can go to the toilet, I can get up, I can drink water. Whatever it is you're grateful for, write those things down. Then take yourself, do some form of physical activity. I think one of the biggest thing, and you taught this over the course of years, is being out in nature. There is a lot of clarity that comes when you go out very early in the morning. There's a lot of things that just comes to you.
That's called grounding yourself. Now, if you don't have nature where you are, go to your backyard. And your backyard, there's grass and there's things, just ground yourself. And if you don't have a backyard, then make sure there's a kind of ground, proper ground you can ground yourself. Go for a walk bare feet around your area, especially in a park, not on the street, in the park. Now you can ground yourself. Take your shoes off and ground yourself if you don't have nature nearby. Okay. But other than that, ground yourself. If you got garden, then start water your garden, do something, pull some weeds out. That's all about self-love or self-care. So it's
Mm,
all about you, not anybody else, about yourself.
yeah. And I think I'll also say one of the things is I read my affirmations. I have my 5 affirmations, but I'll tell you, I'll just share one that I always say every morning. I am walking in my purpose. I'm fulfilling my soul contract. I'm attracting abundance in love, health, wealth, and spiritual guidance in everything I do. And I am a source of light in every room, space, and situation. I say that to myself and I start my day. Yeah. The other thing someone will be asking is, oh, when it becomes rocky during it, your day will become rocky at some point, but it's your thoughts around it that will be
How do
there.
you handle your day? Now, it could be a trouble around you. It's how you handle it. You can get involved or you don't have to get involved.
Yeah.
How you handle yourself on the day. It doesn't matter how rocky it is or how bad it is. It's how you handle yourself on the day.
So, in a nutshell, choose your reaction.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. I think we should cap it there. Just want to do a quick helicopter ride. Today we looked at the belief and the belief system. The belief is basically every social conditioning, cultural, and environmental factors that have changed how you see or perceive things. To understand the belief system, it's important to think that your belief becomes your thoughts becomes your words becomes your action becomes your habits becomes your values, and your values becomes your destiny. So with that note, if you have any questions, put them in the comment section. We're growing slowly. I and Maggie have committed to continue doing this no matter how long it takes us. We know that there is some nuggets of wisdom that you can pick up. Some people are very happy at how short we keep it. We'll keep it short. We're not going to say too much, but we look forward to continuing on this conversation. And a big thank you to Maggie for taking our time to have this conversation with me today. Thanks, Max.
No worries. My pleasure.